We're here today testing for the new Volkswagen Sign and Drive event, where you can get a new VW for practically just your signature. Just sign and drive. Introducing the Sign Then Drive event. Even better.
No down payment, no first month's payment, zero due at signing. Now until February 29th.
If you love Facebook so much that you check it every time you're at the computer, just think how great it would be to check it every time you're, well, nowhere near your computer. Right on your phone.
Disney Pictures.
Dad, I'd like to go to Georgetown.
Road trip! Road trip! On March 7th. Surprise! Family is the funniest adventure of all.
The pig's going crazy!
Disney's College Road Trip. Rated G. March 7th.
Everybody knows, if you don't know what it is, don't eat it. Wendy's brand new premium fish fillet sandwich. It's not mystery fish. It's hand-cut fillets of North Pacific cod. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's.
Courtney Cox returns in an all-new scandalous season. Dirt premieres next week, only on FX.
Tonight on Fox 17 News, a blast of winter weather is coming our way. What to expect overnight and for your morning commute. Only on Fox, car owners beware. Thieves have a new target that could cost you lots of money. And what makes these idle second-timers think they'll go further in the competition? A story you won't see anywhere else tonight.
Tomorrow after American Idol.
Let's get this party started.
Everyone's getting ready for another all-new Back to You.
You know how close I am to smacking you?
10 seconds.
That's about right.
All new on a special night after American Idol. Tomorrow on Fox. Outrageous. Out of control. Get the whole story. The Simpsons.
Weekdays at 5 on Fox 17.
Hank Hill.
I've got a sense of humor. I laugh at Tony Danza.
One very simple man.
I look like a jackass.
Keeping it simple 5 times a week. King of the Hill.
Weekdays at 5:30 on Fox 17.
It's simple to switch to Comcast digital phone service. There's no new equipment to buy. You can keep your phone number, even plug into the same wall jack. Your calls are crystal clear, and you get great features like caller ID, voicemail, call waiting, and unlimited local and long-distance calls in the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. So while the number at the top of your bill doesn't change, this one certainly will. The same great features at a better price. Comcast digital phone service.
This March, Fox 17, Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee, and the TSSAA are hitting the hardwood for the 2008 High School Basketball Championships. Join us for 2 exciting Saturdays of live coverage, beginning March 8th with the Girls State Championships, and then again on Saturday, March 15th for the Boys State Championships. The TSSAA High School Basketball Championships. Catch them on Fox 17.
Middle Tennessee's only primetime news. Fox 17 News at 9.
Well, the snow is falling and has been, so are the temperatures, and we are apparently in for a slippery night. Good evening, everybody. We begin this evening with severe weather because parts of the Fox 17 viewing area are under a snow advisory.
It's been snowing for about 3 hours now, and it is starting to accumulate, and some school systems are already closing. This is a live picture from South Nashville, where it's still coming down pretty hard. We could see an inch or so in the Nashville area tonight, more on the plateau. Temperatures are also falling falling, meaning those wet roads, and you can see them shining there, will soon be freezing over.
And our chief meteorologist, Arch Kennedy, is live right now on the Weather Center with what looks like a very active radar.
Yes, it is. In fact, a lot of blue you see on there, and that is indicating snow that has been falling across our area, guys, over the past several hours and continues to move in from the north and west, rotating around our area of low pressure now up over the northeast. But you can see a lot of it still to our north that's going to be brushing in over the next few hours. And we do have our snow advisory for the plateau and basically Cookeville, McMinnville in this advisory until noon tomorrow. That is where we're going to see the greatest accumulations. We're talking at least a couple of inches there. Temperature has dropped to freezing in Nashville, so that's not so good news. And you can see we're already down into the 20s around Clarksville. And you combine that with northwest winds that are pretty brisk, and our wind chill is a factor, making it feel like teens to 20s. We'll talk about this accumulation and what it means for the morning commute in a minute.
Thanks, Arch. Weather, the big story. Snowing out there. So far, it is largely melting as it hits the ground, but that is about to change. In fact, as it gets colder, all the roads that are wet right now will ice over. That, of course, could make things for, well, let's say a very hazardous commute in the morning. Fox 17's Flint Adam is live tonight. Fessler's Lane in Nashville with more on what we can expect. Flint?
Well, Scott, I can tell you for sure right now it's cold and brisk with the wind, and in just a couple hours here, interstates like I-40 right here, they may start getting icy. Before that happens, though, it's going to be bridges and overpasses like Fessler's Lane here that you should worry about first. Tonight, TDOT is working hard to make sure spots like this remain safe.
Since about noon today, TDOT has been filling these trucks with brine. Drivers are pouring the anti-icing solution on roads to keep us safe.
We've been concentrating heavily on the bridges and the overpasses due to they freeze first compared to the roadway.
As many as 63 of these trucks will work Davidson and Williamson counties throughout the night. Road conditions are expected to worsen.
Temperatures will get down to about freezing around 9 o'clock tonight and then get down into the middle 20s by around sunrise.
Jerry Orcanyon of the National Weather Service watched the storm approach this afternoon and says its snow totals will be greatest north of I-40 and in eastern Tennessee. He expects hazardous driving conditions tomorrow.
All roads will be slippery, and caution should be advised by tomorrow morning as people head on to work.
TDOT workers say they'll continue doing their part to keep your drive as safe as possible.
We will continue monitoring the weather this evening. Our men will be staying on standby, and we'll have our trucks ready with salt to go out when needed.
Back here live at Fessler's Lane, the interstates look a little slick, not icy yet, but the ground around me already has some snow accumulation, and you can bet it'll be just a little while before we start seeing some snow, or rather some ice forming underneath.
Speaking of which, when exactly are things expected to start freezing over? You know, I've got to go home in a little while.
That's right, Scott, and I spoke with Jerry Orcanyon over the National Weather Service, and he told me he thinks it's going to be maybe around midnight, a little after midnight, that we start seeing ice form on roads.
All right, we will be ready. Fox 17's Flint Adam live tonight, I-40 in Fessler's Lane.
The winter weather could pose a hazard for Middle Tennessee drivers overnight tonight, as Flint just said. Taking a live look from the TDOT SmartWay cameras, north of Nashville is running pretty smoothly, but you can see lots of snow on the ground there. That's at I-65 near Rivergate Mall. Snow is also falling east of the city of Briley Parkway, wet streets there, and that's at I-40 near the airport. At I-24 at 440 Junction, that's south of town, you can see some snow in the median and on the side there, and also a police car and a driver on the side on the shoulder of the road there. And west of Nashville at I-40 and White Bridge Road, drivers seem to be having no trouble so far in this wintry mix. Now, for the latest road conditions, just dial 511. That connects you to the TDOT hotline. And several county schools are already closed tomorrow. If there are any more, you can get them first on Fox. We'll be scrolling closings across the bottom of your television screen throughout the newscast, as well as overnight. You can also find them on our homepage at fox17.com under Fox Freeze Report.
And in other news tonight, a Murfreesboro woman says that she was offered beer and shown pornography at a Nashville fire hall.
Tonight, a fire captain is on paid leave and 2 other firefighters face disciplinary action. Fox 17's Erica Lathan is here now with more on this.
Well, the firefighters say they definitely did give the women a ride in their truck and they gave them a tour of the fire hall, but they say they never offered these women beer or showed them pornography. In 2002, Nashville Fire Department Captain Mike Crum was among rescue workers scaling the Life and Casualty building for a high-rise training exercise.
We don't just put out fires anymore. We don't just make the medical calls anymore. We're preparing for the worst-case scenario.
Tonight, Captain Crum is on administrative leave. He and two other firefighters from Station 2 on 2nd Avenue, Richard Brantley and John Carpenter, are charged with violating safety rules and unbecoming conduct for allegedly giving 4 women a ride in their fire trucks on February 2nd.
The report says that they asked them for a ride back to their car, and they said okay. And then they were invited back to the station for a tour.
According to a complaint filed by one of the women, the tour took place after midnight. Lisa Huffman of Murfreesboro says she and her friend were escorted into a bedroom and offered beer and shown pornography on a big screen television.
We take allegations very seriously, and although there was nothing criminal or immoral that had occurred, there were some things that we were definitely concerned about.
Lawson says an internal investigation found no criminal activity or direct evidence of alcohol, but serious violations of departmental policy.
Non-fire department people riding in the fire engines, going to the fire station at that time of night for a tour, and the alleged sexually explicit shows on TV.
Tonight, 6 firefighters from Station 2, Captain Crum, Richard Brantley, John Carpenter, Jeffrey Warburton, Norman Crawford, and Stephen McClure are all being reassigned to other fire halls.
We feel like poor judgment was used in some of the decisions made that night, and it clearly conveys the wrong message to the public.
Now, in light of this case, the department is updating its ban on sexually explicit media. Premium cable channels will no longer be allowed in the fire halls, and regular tour hours are being set up. Everyone will have to undergo diversity and sexual harassment training. As for those 3 firefighters who are facing disciplinary action, they have a hearing with their chief next month.
Thanks, Erica.
New information tonight about an alleged rape and sexual assault on a school bus. The bus driver will not face any charges. After questioning him today, Murfreesboro police tell Fox 17 News that Joe Bond followed all policies. They say a videotape from the bus shows a 14-year-old girl struggling with 18-year-old Brandon Stover and yelling for help. Stover has been suspended from school and is free on $19,000 bond. The bus driver says he never heard any commotion on the bus and turned the tape over to school officials after the girl reported being grabbed.
Back in Metro, Nashville Mayor Carl Deans made it very clear that this is a tough budget year and that every city department needs to be prepared to make cuts. But Metro Juvenile Court Clerk Vic Lineweaver apparently didn't get the message. Lineweaver was among the very first to appear today before the mayor and budget hearings. The clerk asked for 6 new positions, a 17% increase, and a barcode tracking system to help him keep up with juvenile court files.
To let us know on the computer to where that file has gone to. Now, if it comes back to us, then we scan the file and let them know that they have given us the file back.
Now, what court officials called years of lost and missing files got Lineweaver held in contempt of court and arrested back in August. Nashville Mayor Deans told city department heads to prepare for cuts of between 5 and 15% today, the start of 2 weeks of budget hearings.
Metro schools have named the man who will run the district for at least the next few months. The school board has decided to keep interim director Chris Henson until it finds a permanent school director. Fox 17 Sky Arnold has the story.
Chris Henson never applied for the job.
Aye. Any opposed?
But that vote keeps him in charge of Metro schools until the district is ready to name a permanent director.
I don't think there's any question about whether or not he's done a good job.
Board member Ed Kendall nominated Henson to keep the position in hopes of bringing stability to the district. Henson was appointed last month to take over for Pedro Garcia, but only until a true interim director could be found.
TCAP scores, gateway, graduation rate, all of the things that affect student achievement. That's what we need to be focused on, not personalities.
In recent weeks, some 19 people have applied for the interim director job, but Henson has found key supporters, including the state and the teachers union, who who've helped convince the board it's best not to make any changes.
He has found a way in a short period of time to communicate to teachers and others that he cares about them.
And Henson may stay on the job for some time, too. School boards aren't allowed to name directors close to elections like the one this August. So unless they act quickly, the school board may not be able to name a permanent director until October or September. Which could mean one big challenge. Chris Henson is also the director of finance for Metro Schools, so he'll be responsible for both duties during a time when tough decisions have to be made about the budget.
And we need to make sure that the administration has enough help in terms of the finance side, the job that he was doing before. But I have, a world of confidence in him.
Confidence in a director who's made it clear he doesn't want this job permanently. Sky Arm, Fox 17 News.
Speaking of the budget, Metro Schools passed its budget request tonight, asking the city for more than $613 million. It will be up to the mayor and Metro Council to decide whether to accept that budget or cut it down.
Tonight, the top 10 guys on American Idol did their best to sell it to America.
From Foreigner to Fleetwood Mac, the boys took on the tunes of the 70s, but who will be staying alive in the competition?
Very
Fox
nice.
16 Entertainment. Miranda Cohen here now.
I vote for Laura. Give me that phone.
Thank you.
Staying alive, you have got it, and you've got my vote. Tonight, the boys were trying to charm their way into the hearts of the voters, and it's their second night to hit the big stage, so they should feel a little more comfortable, right? Well, even most of the guys have been performing for years. Singing in front of an audience of millions, though, can still cause a little stage fright, and they all have different ways of handling the problem.
When it comes time to play, I get my center, kind of go off by myself and calm myself, and then right before we get ready to go, I start getting really excited, jumping around, get the blood flowing, and then go.
Maybe another reason they look so calm is that many have tried out before, only to get booted long before they make it into the top 20. Now find out who is singing for the second, third, and even fourth time on American Idol in about 20 minutes.
Still fun.
Still fun, but it takes a while to get there.
It does.
Thanks, Miranda.
Well, for those living with ADHD, distractions can make finishing even simple tasks a problem.
Coming up on Fox 17 News.
I don't have a deficit of attention. I have a deficit of filters.
A mid-state woman says she pays attention to too much. In a special report, we'll take a closer look at how some adults with ADHD have found help focusing on what's important.
Also ahead, all eyes on West End Avenue tonight as Vanderbilt jumps on #1 Tennessee early. How much some fans were willing to pay to see this game.
And if you drive an SUV, it's a story you don't want to miss. Find out which vehicle tops the list when it comes to your family's safety. You're watching Fox 17 News at 9.
Wednesday on Tennessee Mornings, it's a battle of the guys on American Idol. But who will be the last man standing when America phones in their votes?
We'll recap the performances from Season 7's Top 10 Guys, plus bring you exclusive news and interviews from Hollywood. It's only on Tennessee Mornings, Wednesday, beginning at 6 on Fox 17.
Everyone's getting ready for an all-new Back to You.
You know how close I am to smacking you?
10 seconds!
That's about right.
Wednesday at 8:30 on Fox 17.
Fox 17 News is brought to you locally by the Law Office of Donald P. Zuccarello.
The Civic EX Coupe with leather from Honda. Dress up.
It's really cute. Don't you love the sunroof?
Yeah, especially this time of year.
How's the insurance on it?
You won't believe. I went with Nationwide and saved like $500.
$500?
Yeah. Coverage is great.
Huh. I didn't know Nationwide did that.
Life comes at you fast. With Nationwide, you could save like $500 on your auto insurance. For a quote, call your local agent or 1-877 on your side.
Nationwide is on your side.
Uh-huh.
Biggity, biggity, biggity.
ready. Let's go racing. Hey, gang, it's Darrell Waltrip inviting you to the NASCAR Nationwide Series Pepsi 300 at Nashville Superspeedway. On March the 22nd, see Pepsi 300 champion Carl Edwards and Third Day live in concert. Call 1-866-RACE-TIX or online at NashvilleSuperspeedway.com. Get $10 off of any reserved seat with the purchase of a Pepsi can product. Season tickets are only $1.99. March the 22nd. NASCAR Third Day. 1-866-RACE-TIX.
Rivergate Toyota, the auto giant, growing with satisfied customers. The new 08 Tacoma as low as $13,900. New 2000-day Camrys up to $3,000 off. 28 to choose from. 0% financing available. Plus, push, pull, or drag back for a limited time. Get a guaranteed $3,000 trade-in on your old vehicle towards a new or used car priced $8,000 or more. Only at Rivergate Toyota Scion, home of the best deal.
You're watching Fox 17 News at 9.
And once again, a couple of Tennessee basketball teams are battling for state bragging rights.
Right now, more than 14,000 fans are packed into Memorial Gym watching #1 Tennessee take on #18 Vanderbilt.
Big night to be sure. Fox 17 Cindy Carter shows us tonight's game is the hottest and one of the most expensive tickets in town.
Some of these lucky fans paid less than $100 to see this game. Still others just to grab a few of these seats. Right now, the color of #1 is orange.
Go Big Orange!
It's been an ongoing rivalry, and coming off of the Memphis win, which is another rivalry in state, it just makes for a lot of really good basketball.
Vandy fans are going with an absence of color to white out any mark UT tries to make during tonight's game.
This is our house. They beat us by 20 in Knoxville. This is a totally different atmosphere.
A sellout crowd of 14,316 could not pass up the opportunity to attend this game, although many had to seriously pay up to get here. Scalpers say the average price for a ticket on the street is $200, with courtside seats going as high as $600.
Well, I paid $100 each, and I've sold them for $150.
$150.
$150 a piece? Yeah. Loyal, enthusiastic, and yes, sometimes crazy fans believe that when two powerful Tennessee teams meet, it's better to be there than anywhere else.
We have the potential. We have the players to do it.
But we want to knock them off their perch, and we're going to prove that we're the better team.
Vanderbilt officials say this game has been sold out since December. Cindy Carter, Fox 17 News.
All right, thanks, Cindy. Our sports director, Paul Jones, will have game highlights coming up in about 10 minutes in Fox First Sports. Well, shifting gears now, many people debate whether the complex disorder of the brain called attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD for short, is a problem or an advantage. In fact, many adults with ADHD are high achievers, CEOs of companies, inventors, people considered geniuses. Laura has more tonight in a special report.
Well, Scott, the reality is living with ADHD is a challenge for adults as well as children, and it's something you don't outgrow. In fact, one study shows ADHD adults are more likely to be unemployed, more likely to have problems keeping friends, and less likely to save money or pay bills. Tonight, a local woman who is managing her challenges and helping others like her living with ADHD.
It is a modern-day diagnosis of a centuries-old disorder. Famous artists, inventors, leaders believed to have had attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Right now, almost 10 million Americans have ADHD. Dee Duchin's diagnosis came at age 54 after her youngest child was diagnosed.
You know, lights went off and answers came. It was like, aha, this is right. This is what? This explains it.
Dee knew she was bright, but also knew her brain processed things like numbers differently.
I mean, I had a professor in college who gave me a D- in a class, in an algebra class, if I promised to never take another math class.
Dee, like many with ADHD, has trouble organizing. She has memory issues, and paying attention is a challenge.
I don't have a deficit of attention. I have a deficit of filters. So it's that I'm always aware of everything in my surroundings, of, you know, conversations across the room, people moving, people coming in, lights flickering, sounds in the air conditioning, or any things like that I pick up on.
It is something psychiatrist Dr. Robert Hunt hears every day. He runs the Center for Attention in Nashville and believes it's the connections ADHD people have trouble with, the getting from A to B.
And really what people come in here for is difficulty in terms of life functioning. Most of our patients are really smart. They're really accomplished people, but they get overwhelmed.
Dr. Hunt uses brain imaging to assess patients. He says the brain of someone with ADHD looks different than a brain without. Lots of blood flow. The pink areas you see here means lots of activity. This image is what he calls a hot brain, someone who can be helped with treatment.
Very often, they really become much more on task, effective, productive, and happier once they're treated.
It's taken trial and error for Dee Duchin to get her treatment right. She had a high sensitivity to medications used for ADHD, a disappointment for her.
With meds, you get a lot of focus ability because they work on the neurotransmitters that allow that. And so I would love to have that.
Instead, Dee meditates, exercises, and has chosen a job in which she gets personal satisfaction.
Hello.
And helps others with ADHD cope. She is an ADHD and ADD coach. Clients call when they're feeling overwhelmed and need help prioritizing.
And with ADD, it's a paradoxical thing like most things in life. You have challenges and you have strengths. And the goal of a coach is to help my clients discover those strengths.
Dee Duchin says she's proof adults with ADHD or ADD can live a happy, normal life.
So many people have gone through life with labels and with being told, oh, well, if you'd only try harder. You know, we're not broken.
Now, the medical community is still learning a lot about ADHD and ADD. Dr. Hunt, who treats both adults and children, is in the process of establishing his center as a national franchise linked by a database. It would be the first of its kind and would allow mental health professionals to better prescribe treatments for patients. For a link to his center, just log on to our website, click on Fox Links, and look for Center for Attention. Scott.
Thank you, Laura. Making news in America tonight, nearly 3 million people across South Florida lose power because of an automatic shutdown at 2 nuclear reactors near Miami. Florida Power and Light says equipment failure and a fire triggered the shutdown. At this point, it's not known what caused the fire. The outage affected areas stretching from Daytona Beach down to the Florida Keys. A couple of coal-fired plants in the same location as the nuclear reactors also shut down. Most of the power was restored earlier tonight. Strong storms kill at least one person in central Alabama. An elderly woman died when a tree was blown through her mobile home. You see some of the damage. The storms also knocked out power to at least 42,000 homes. Despite the ferocity of the storms, no tornadoes were reported.
The #1 team in the country comes calling on West End.
Coming up on Fox 17 News, the Vols and Vandy's, they face off for the second time this year. The Commodores undefeated at home, but can they hold off the top-ranked team from Knoxville? Plus,
thieves have been stealing catalytic converters for some time, but tonight they have a new target. I'm John Dunn. We'll explain coming up on Fox 17 News.
They smashed and crashed perfectly good SUVs to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Find out which one came out on top and, surprisingly, what came in last.
And a good day on Wall Street. The Dow gains more than 100 points on the day. Here are tonight's Fox stocks.
You don't need to go to the beach to get perfect color. Go to Express Tan, where you'll get a beautiful glow in our state-of-the-art facilities, featuring the Sunboard Tanning Unit. Log on to expresstans.com today. Tanning, look good, feel great.
Hey, McDonald's is giving away free McSkillet burritos. Oh, this is awesome. But the deal was you're supposed to make me breakfast this morning. Babe. Wow, you're really hilarious.
This Thursday and Friday, February 28th and 29th, celebrate Leap Day and get a free mixed skillet burrito with sausage with any medium or large drink purchase.
Until now, guys that sweat a lot had to have a backup plan. Now there's a better plan. New Gillette Clinical Strength Antiperspirant. Powerful wetness protection. 34% better than a prescription product. A lot more confidence.
Hey, Jason, you got that report, right?
You bet.
There's something different about you. Did you get a haircut?
Gillette Clinical Strength Antiperspirant. Change your life, not your shirt.
The gestation period for a horse is 11 months. It's only 9 weeks for a dog. Exactly. Well, as long as the tire's not going flat, just leave the screw in there. Yeah, we'll look at it later. Well, you know, experience is something you don't get till just after you need it. No, you don't have to be a farmer to get Farm Bureau insurance.
Smart people know that some of the best wisdom comes from farmers. That's why more Tennesseans turn to us, Farm Bureau Insurance.
No, first it was Puff Daddy, then P. Diddy, and now I think it's just Diddy. Yeah, I know, it's kind of hard to keep.
Snap out of it and get to Captain D's Seafood Celebration for the 4x4 platter with Blue Bay crab cake and more from $3.99. Captain D's. Eat upstream.
Middle Tennessee Toyota dealers present Freestyle Motocross. Brought to you by America's Motorsports. Adults save $4 in mid-level seats when purchasing tickets at America's Motorsports. This Saturday, Sommet Center.
Want a sun-kissed summertime glow? Express Tan offers the best in UV-free tanning, the Mystic Tan and Airbrush Tanning. Find an Express Tan near you by logging on to expresstans.com. Tanning, look good, feel great.
Topping tonight's Fox Business Beat, many parents will joke they'll buy their child a Hummer, you know, when he or she turns 16.
Thinking it's safe, right? But according to one report, it is not the safest choice. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety tested 9 new midsize SUVs. The Hummer H3 receives some of the worst ratings, especially in head-on crashes. The 2009 Nissan Murano came out on top in front, side, and rear crash tests. To see how your vehicle scored, go to fox17.com, click on Fox Links, and look for midsize SUV crash tests.
Tennessee Vols riding high, but how long will it last?
You may be, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. They're number one at the moment.
I'm so excited. I can hear the noise from West End. Vanderbilt hoping for another big win over number 1 Tennessee.
How's it going, Paul?
Well, it's a great game. And Kevin Stallings and Bruce Pearl, they've already picked up their technicals for tonight. So you know that there's a lot of intensity, as if anybody doubted it. Florida's the most recent number 1 to get a less than warm welcome from a Memorial Gym crowd. Tonight, the UT men are finding out what life is like at the top. So far, the Vols are doing a pretty good job of handling the pressure. Although in the early going, it looked like they might get run out of the gym. Doors in white, Shane Foster, 4 first-half three-pointers. Vandy's lead as big as 14 points in the first half. Smooth sailing for the Commodores, but not so fast. Off the inbounds, shot clock winding down. Juwan Smith from way out, similar to Chris Lofton a year ago. Wow, take another look. The top-ranked Vols trailed Vanderbilt by 3 at the half, but right now Tennessee leads Vanderbilt by 3 early in the second half. I'll update it coming up at about 9:50. Meanwhile, a special night for Charlie Anderson, the longtime Nashville Christian coach, closing in on 1,000 wins. If his Eagles could get past Van Buren this evening, Charlie would have it. Take you over to Hillwood High for the Region 5 tournament. There's Charlie doing what he's done for 48 years. NCS fans know they're seeing something special this season. The Eagles 30-1 thus far. Early going off the steal, Zach Bledsoe is ahead of the pack. Zach, the pretty layup to tie the game at 2. A little later, it's Van Buren's turn. Darren Baker dialing long distance. The friendly bounce off the Hillwood High rims. Van Buren led most of the first quarter. But Nashville Christian turns it on. Bradley Elkins finding Reed Ammons. Ammons finding the bottom of the net. NCS beats Van Buren 59-56, giving head coach Charlie Anderson win number 1,000. Congratulations to Coach Anderson. NCS will play Eagleville for the region championship Thursday night. I'll be back shortly with more on the Vols and Vanderbilt. Plus, the NHL trade deadline is come and gone. Did the Predators make any move that will make them better? I'll have the answer a little later in the newscast.
All right, thanks, Paul. Well, the American Idol contestants, they range from the completely inexperienced to those who have been on the Idol stage before.
At 9:37, does that give those more seasoned singers an unfair advantage?
Plus, we all know it's healthy to add fruit to our diets. At 9:44, why chewing an actual piece of fruit instead of drinking fruit juice is really better for your waistline.
And at 9:48, police say it is the latest target for thieves in Nashville, and they're looking under trucks to convert their loot for cash.
Well, the snow's still coming down across much of Middle Tennessee. I'm going to have a look at where the biggest accumulations will be for tomorrow morning. That's coming up.
The Dirt Cheap Car Sale at AutoToAuto.com. Over 500 cars that are uncleaned, unreconditioned, and unmarked up. A bargain hunter's paradise. The good, the bad, and the dirty are online right now. Don't delay. AutoToAuto.com, America's online dealership.
So let me get this straight. With the Dairy Queen Cheeseburger Lovers Deal, I can get 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers for $2.22, or I can sink my teeth into 2 meaty double cheeseburgers for $3.33? They're both such great deals. I mean, which one should I get? The singles? Doubles? Singles? What are you doing? What are you doing? Prepare to be torn. The Cheeseburger Lovers Deal at DQ. 2 cheeseburgers for $2.22, or 2 double cheeseburgers for $3.33. Do 'em.
Nothing says recliner better than a Lazy Boy with unmatched comfort and a limited lifetime warranty. Take the stylish tufted back Amity, 4 beautiful colors, 1 beautiful price, only $2.99. How about the popular Harbortown Shades recliner with oak trim arms, $3.99. Or watch the big game from this Big Daddy Kickerback Whopping 47-inch Cradle, only $5.99. Also available in luxurious leather, just $8.99. So get rid of that old chair, because DT McCall & Sons Home of Free Delivery and Easy Financing has a Lazy Boy with your name on it. Come see us today. Hey!
50 years of innovation, performance, and building dependable cars and trucks have led to this. Nissan's 50th anniversary sales event. See your Nissan dealer now for special 50th anniversary deals on every Nissan. Like $12.50 cash back on Sentra or Altima, just $199 a month. Nissan's Big 5-0. This event ends soon. Don't miss it.
Ever get the feeling that Comcast can just reach into your pocket and keep charging you as much as they want? That's what they've been doing. So what can you do? That's right. Fight back. The legislature is considering a law that would finally bring real competition to Comcast. That law could save Tennessee families $176 million per year. Fight back. Call now. Put an end to Comcast's shenanigans.
The Dirt Cheap Car Sale at AutoToAuto.com. Over 500 cars that are uncleaned, unreconditioned, and unmarked up. A bargain hunter's paradise. The good, the bad, and the dirty are online right now. Don't delay. AutoToAuto.com, America's online dealership.
Okay, starting to get messy out there. Streets are looking wet. Ice is on the way. Schools are closing.
And Arch, in addition to the radar, I know every now and then it's good to stick your head outside. What's happening out there?
You two noticed I just did that, didn't you? Yeah. Every now and then the weatherman gets away from his computer and goes and just looks at the sky to help you out here. And it definitely is still coming down. We definitely know that. I want to show you here the past 6 hours. You can see a lot of blue on the map. This is all snow that has been going on the past several hours. Let's take you outside and show you some of the views we had across the area. In fact, around Metro Center, you can see the snow really coming down, big flakes, a kind of wet snow, and it has not been accumulating much on the roads just yet, but you can see definitely on the cars there, it is beginning to happen, and also the grassy surfaces, as I was just checking when I went outside myself, and this is going to be the case for the rest of the night. We're going to see the snow showers tapering off to just some flurries, but some of these outskirts could get some slick roads by the early morning. As you can see, there's more back up into Kentucky. The temperature now 30 degrees. That makes our low, so we're now below freezing. You can see we started out 58 at early in the morning hours and dropped through the day. Well, here's a good picture of the snow tonight from Lori Carruthers in Franklin. You can see the snow coming down, pretty big flakes there in Franklin earlier this evening. We thank you for your pictures. You can send them to foxshots at fox17.com. The center of low pressure now moving up into the northeast, and you can see all this snow wrapping around the cold air, wrapping around that low pressure area, and a little system system, mid-level system kicking through, helping to enhance some of the activity here tonight. Now, here's what we expect as far as accumulations. Nashville area up to an inch, especially really on the grassy surfaces. And then as we get toward the plateau where we have that snow advisory, we're talking 1 to 3 inches. Cookeville, Crossville, into McMinnville area. That's where you'll have the biggest concerns for the morning commute, I think. Temperature-wise, we're all getting below freezing, so that's not so good news for some of the wet roads. Definitely some of the outskirts could get to some slick spots. The less traveled roads, you might have some problems for the early morning hours as those temperatures very cold and barely getting above freezing as we head through the day tomorrow. In fact, only around 35 Nashville and just above freezing around Cookeville. All right, you can see the moisture moving out as we head through the hours, morning hours tomorrow and into the day on Wednesday. We're going to continue to watch the moisture pushing off. You know, this is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and we also want to keep you abreast of different types of severe weather as we head into the season. Lightning, our topic today for Severe Weather Awareness Week, and of course we know to stay indoors with lightning. It kills over 80 people each year, and some of the rules of thumb, and you might already know this, but you avoid the metal pipes when you have lightning going on in these thunderstorms. Don't use the phone and keep away from the windows for sure. We'll have more topics this week as we head through the latter half of the week. But for the morning hours, lots of clouds to start, and these snow showers tapering off to just flurries for the most part, around 26 degrees, so very cold. And look at that afternoon. Very winter-like. 35 our high, and we'll talk about just a few flurries Wednesday afternoon, and then back up to 50 again on Thursday with more rain by the end of the week. And look at that weekend, gang. We're talking some 60s too by Sunday, so we have lots of changes coming our way, and you know, we're heading towards spring, and these transition months, we tend to get this up and down pattern with the temperatures. Of course, in the morning, for any more closings, Tennessee mornings at 6 a.m. we'll have that for you.
That Fox Freeze report. Thanks, Sarge. Tonight, the boys are battling for your votes on American Idol.
And some of these guys look relaxed, familiar. Could be because some of them have been down this road before. Fox 17's entertainment reporter Miranda Cohen, they have been here.
Many times before, as a matter of fact, not just once. They say if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. And that is exactly what several of the Idol guys are doing. The boys are back in the saddle tonight, all vying for your votes. And for many of them, this is not their first time at the American Idol rodeo.
It's been a journey, and I first auditioned when I was 16. I came in and was definitely not what they were looking for. Came back again, was not what they were looking for. Third time I came, I went all the way to the end of Hollywood, and basically I got as far as you could get and still be able to come back, and got cut, and that was probably the time where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back once more, and if I don't make it, I'm done with American Idol.
The road to Idol stardom was a little rocky for others as well.
I auditioned 3 years before that in San Francisco, but I didn't make it past the first round.
I auditioned 5 years ago, actually for the second season, and didn't even make it past the first preliminary round. I got shot down.
I auditioned in Los Angeles last year when I was like 16 and a half. The half counts to me. But, and like, I made it to Hollywood, and then I got cut on stage the first day of Hollywood, so it was really bad. I was like crying and everything. But like, and then I was like, I'm never gonna audition for American Idol again.
A few years older, and in some cases, a whole lot wiser. Now they are back for more.
My whole mentality coming into it, you know, was different. I was much more prepared, first off. I was much more business-minded. You know, last time I went, I wanted to have fun and everything like that. I wanted to make the most of every little thing that happens along the way. And I mean, that's good if you plan on going home.
I think I've grown a lot as a performer. My voice has changed quite a bit. I just think I handled my nerves a lot better this time around.
Now tomorrow night, 10 ladies will take the stage. Then on Thursday, 4 more singers will be packing their bags and heading for home. And coming up on Fox 17 News at 10, she danced with a cartoon rabbit and accused her boyfriend of being a cold-hearted snake. Now the lady in the middle of the table is making a musical comeback. More on Paula Abdul coming up at 10.
I like her new song.
Yes,
Sounded
I
good.
do too. It's
All
good.
right. Thanks, Miranda.
Well, it's not exactly Grand Theft Auto, but cars and trucks have become a prime target of Middle Tennessee thieves.
Coming up on Fox 17 News, we will tell you why some vehicles are considered a platinum mine for the black market.
And next in Health Beat, start saving now. You'll need that money to pay for future health care.
Weekdays at 5 on Fox 17.
You don't act like a kid, so why do you still eat like one? The jalapeno thick burger, back at Hardee's. It ain't for babies.
Power captured by revolutionary V-Vel technology that responds instantly to your commands and unleashes power immediately. The all-new 330 horsepower Infinity G Coupe. Intensity captured. Now lease an all-new Infinity G37 Coupe for $419 a month.
We get it almost every night. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight.
Smells great.
Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody feeling warm and bright.
Now we do more at night, so we have more people to help you during the day. From the moment you walk in to when you check out.
Everybody's dancing in the moonlight.
Save money, live better, Walmart.
It's so dark.
Trouble, ma'am? Look here, she hired me. Hey, sounds like she don't want that dark treated lumber. Yellowwood's lighter and it's easier to paint or stain.
It's so dark.
I heard you the first time. There's no way to treat a lady.
I like the new lighter treated lumber.
Well, he's working on that Yellowwood fence.
But it's so dark.
Oh, no. We're out of ink. It's Dell ink. Cancel the meeting. Postpone the meeting. Forget lunch. We don't need to eat. Back off, people. I need room to think. Help, people! We're going down. Code red.
Great news. You can get any Dell ink at Staples, plus toner, printers, and more.
Code red. Oh, Dell ink.
And save over 20% on Dell ink when you use Staples Rewards and Recycle. That was easy.
Tonight's Health Beat on Fox 17 News.
In the future, save up. You will be spending more money on health care. Laura tells us why in Health Beat.
Well, Scott, the government estimates that in just 9 years, 1 out of every $5 spent by Americans in the government will go to medical care. By 2017, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services says yearly health care spending will average $13,101 per person. Compare that to 2006, when the average was just over $7,000 a person. That figure represents an annual increase of 6.7%. That is almost 3 times the rate of inflation. The increases are expected to be driven by higher prices and higher demand for care. The largest beef recall in U.S. history gets the attention of Congress. The House Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigations began hearings on food safety today. 143 million pounds of beef from Westland Hallmark in California was recalled earlier this month when video of potentially sick cows sent to the slaughterhouse surfaced. CEOs of several food companies will appear before Congress. Want to cut back on your calories? Then substitute an actual piece of fruit for fruit juice. A study in the Journal of Obesity says the process of chewing triggers hormones that make you feel full. Also, whole foods, as opposed to juice, take longer to digest, and that helps keeping you feeling full longer. Simply switching fruit for fruit juice can cut your caloric intake by 20%. Scott.
They are used to reduce the toxic emissions in your car, but tonight they are on the most wanted list for thieves. Coming up on Fox 17 News, the kind of vehicle being hit in Nashville. Then later, another huge basketball matchup for the state of Tennessee. It's underway as we speak right now on West End.
Fox 17 Health Beat is brought to you locally by Safe Auto Insurance.
This March, Fox 17, Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee, and the TSSAA are hitting the hardwood for the 2008 High School Basketball Championships. Join us for 2 exciting Saturdays of live coverage, beginning March 8th with the Girls State Championships, and then again on Saturday, March 15th for the Boys State Championships. The TSSAA High School Basketball Championships. Catch them on Fox 17.
2 o'clock. Can you set that up? Can you shoot him an email?
2:30. Yeah, sure.
I take it you'd like a more powerful engine?
Yeah, that'd be great.
The New Day special value packages are here. Get a 3.5-liter V6 at no extra charge, plus 17-inch aluminum wheels and Sirius satellite radio standard. Get 0% financing plus 500 cash allowance and our lifetime powertrain warranty with unlimited mileage. It's a new day. Dodge.
Now is the time to buy a new home at Lenox Village, Nashville's fastest-growing mixed-use community. This beautiful and walkable community offers a maintenance-free lifestyle for all ages. It's conveniently located minutes from Brentwood, Cool Springs, and downtown Nashville. Lenox Village is now selling the last phase of new homes. Select from single-family homes from the 250s and townhomes from the 160s. Visit today or log on to www.lennoxvillage.com.
It's easy to switch to Comcast digital phone service and start saving money. You get unlimited long-distance calls throughout the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. Along with crystal clear calls, you get great features like caller ID, voicemail, call waiting, and 3-way calling. The switch is easy. There's no new equipment. You keep your phone number, and use your current wall jack. But best of all, you keep more of your money. So what's stopping you? Call today and start saving with Comcast digital phone service.
Right now, the Mix or Match 10 for 10 sale is going on at Kroger, where you can get 10 of your favorite items for just $10. Save with Kroger Plus on Kroger frozen vegetables. They're 10 for $10. Kroger chunky soups are also 10 for $10. And assorted Pringles are 10 for $10. Plus, here are more great savings this week at Kroger.
You're watching Fox 17 News at 9.
Unfortunately, the thieves have found a new target, and tonight they are striking hard.
There's been a rash of catalytic converter thefts in the Nashville area. People are stealing the units from underneath large trucks and then selling them for a pretty penny.
Fox 17's John Dunn has the story that you are seeing tonight only on Fox.
We've had quite a few stolen from us.
The people at American Truck and Van on Dickerson Road are among a growing list of crime victims.
As we started checking on around here, we found that several of them had been cut off.
14 large trucks on the lot were recently stripped of their catalytic converters. The security cameras never saw the thieves.
Kind of maybe coming in like snakes, coming in and crawling out and crawling back out like snakes.
The problem is popping up all over Nashville. Budget Truck Rental has reported dozens of thefts. Rent-A-Center trucks have been hit hard too. And the folks at Master Muffler are staying busy.
Over the weekend, I know of personally 8 different vehicles.
Catalytic converters are used to filter a vehicle's exhaust, and inside them are valuable precious metals like platinum. Master Muffler is having trouble keeping them in stock. This truck under repair has 2 units, each worth more than $100 to a scrap metal dealer. Thieves can't resist.
Now they've come to find that these truck units, because they're twice the size, they're worth 2 or 3 times as much. That's the preferred item to steal.
Metro Police are well aware of the problem.
As the price of something goes up, so the demand for that product goes up.
Thieves often use a saw to remove a converter, and they can do so in just a few minutes. Suspects can be hard to catch, but police are trying.
We have been doing this. We've been doing some operations here at Hermitage for quite some time to work on these kind of items.
American Truck and Van still has no idea who stole their converters, but they've spent thousands of dollars repairing the damage they left behind.
It's wrong. Somebody needs to do something about it.
John Dunn, Fox 17 News.
Thank you, John. Replacing a catalytic converter on one of those large trucks can be very expensive. We're talking anywhere from $500 to more than $1,000.
Making news in the Mid-South tonight, a Kentucky teen whose leg was severed on an amusement park ride is recovering from additional surgery. Doctors at Vanderbilt Medical Center removed 1.5 inches of bone from Caitlin Lassiter's left leg this weekend. The 14-year-old was on a ride at Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom in Louisville in June when a cable snapped, cutting off both her feet. Surgeons were able to reattach her right foot but had to remove a portion of her left leg. Doctors say the latest surgery was needed because the bone has grown through muscle tissue and began pushing on the skin.
And he is the man in charge of making sure that each bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey is the best it can be. But tonight, master distiller Jimmy Bedford is giving his nose a rest. Fox 17 News just took you along on a day in the life of the 68-year-old whiskey tester this past Thursday. Bedford, who is now in his 40th year with the legendary Lynchburg distillery, spent the past 20 overseeing production of the product. His last day will be March the 31st.
Okay, Paul Jones is here now, and of course, what a battle over on West End.
It's cooking.
I know, all night I've been sitting here with one eye on you guys and one eye on that TV over there.
I know, it's hard not to watch.
Very distracting tonight, but I promise we have some good stuff for you if you're with us. Up next, we'll head over to West End for What Else? Balls and Vandy. It is a classic at Memorial Gym. Highlights when Fox 17 Sports continues.
That's right, America. Ford is the nation's vehicle quality leader. We're leading the way with Consumer Digest Best Buy Ford Fusion. We're leading the way with Ford Edge, the hottest selling crossover. And we're leading the way with Sync technology that lets you voice activate your phone, MP3 player, and more. Get an 08 Ford Fusion for $199 a month for 24 months. Plus, Ford makes your first month's payment.
D.T. McCall & Sons is the largest independent appliance dealer in Middle Tennessee. No wonder. The super capacity 12-cycle washer and dryer pair only $4.99 with free pigtail, or this big 25 cubic foot side-by-side only $6.99, delivered free from D.T. McCall & Sons. Hey!
Hurry to downtown Nashville Nissan and get 0% for up to 72 months. Only $99 down. Visit us at 1212 Broadway, Nashville.
Women of strength, women of faith, mothers of children. Listen and we will tell you how we feel, what we need. You always come first at the hospitals of St. Thomas Health Services because we believe every woman is special and like no other. St. Thomas Health Services, let our faith be your strength.
Do I really need Ally? Why not just diet and exercise? Ally can help you lose 50% more weight than dieting alone. It works by preventing some of the fat you eat from turning into pounds. Ally has a supportive plan that teaches you how to eat, not diet. Ally is safe. It doesn't affect your head or your heart. In fact, it's the only FDA-approved weight loss pill. Ally works to reward your efforts. It works. Get your coupon for $15 off at myally.com.
50 years of innovation, performance, and building dependable cars and trucks have led to this. Nissan's 50th anniversary sales event. See your Nissan dealer now for special 50th anniversary deals on every Nissan. Like $12.50 cash back on Sentra or Altima, just $199 a month. Nissan's Big 5-0. This event ends soon. Don't miss it.
Weekdays at 5:30 on Fox 17.
Sports on Fox 17 News.
There's a big game going on over at Memorial Gym as we speak. Number 1 Tennessee versus number 18 Vanderbilt. At last check, it's a tight one. Although in the early going, it looked like UT would get run out of the gym. The doors in white. Shane Foster, 4 first-half three-pointers. Vandy's lead grew as big as 14 points in the first 20 minutes. Smooth sailing for the Commodores, but not so fast. Off the inbounds pass, shot clock winding down. Juwan Smith from deep. Similar to Chris Lofton a year ago, Wow, just beyond or inside midcourt, the Vols trailed by only 3 at the break. Now second half, Shane Foster stripped by Lofton. That starts the UT break, and Chris does it all himself, going up with the opposite hand, the basket and the foul. At last check, Chris Lofton over the 2,000-point barrier in his UT career, and he has 24 on the night. But Shane Foster comes right back. Basket and the foul, 20 for Shane at last check. And at last check, Vanderbilt is leading the top-ranked team in the land, 57-53 with 9 minutes left. It's not long before the girls' state tournament tips off in Murfreesboro. Smyrna, one of many high school teams dreaming of a trip to the Murphy Center. The Lady Bulldogs beat Mount Juliet last night in the region semifinals. Next up for Steve Willie's squad, Wilson Central. It'll be the third meeting of the season between the two schools. This is the deepest Smyrna has gone in the playoffs since they narrowly missed out on a trip to the Borough 2 years ago.
It brings up to this year how, I don't want to regret how we played, so we're hopefully going to stay focused and get the job done.
It can be over in just one game, and it's like you have to come out your every game and play your best because your career could be over then.
We'll see what happens tomorrow night. Smyrna and Wilson Central playing at Rossview High in Clarksville. The NHL trade deadline was at 2 o'clock this afternoon. With recent injuries to Martin Jelena and Jed Ortmeyer, the Predators were in need of help at the forward position. As the players came off the ice after their morning practice, many of them were curious, so they took a peek at John Glennon's laptop, the beat writer for the Tennessean, logged on for the latest trade developments. Just before the deadline, the Preds made a move, acquiring Brandon Bochenski from Anaheim for future considerations. This will be the 5th team for the 25-year-old. Preds also picked up Tampa Bay's Jan Hlavich. I knew I was going to have a hard time saying that. For a 7th-round pick in the NHL draft, Hlavich has played in over 400 NHL games. Here's a look at some of the big deals that have hockey fans talking. The San Jose Sharks picking up Brian Campbell from Buffalo. Tampa Bay forward Brad Richards is dealt to Dallas, and Colorado's adds Adam Foote. Those first 2 moves may cause Barry Trotz to lose a little sleep.
It seems like all the top guys from the East are coming west, so it seems like a little more of an arms race out here than it is in the East. So, yeah, I think some teams have improved, but there's still a lot of hockey to be played, and things can happen.
Trotz is referring to last season when the Preds acquired Peter Forsberg. They had other key players then go down with injuries, so a big-name pickup doesn't guarantee big-time success, guys. That's going to do it for sports. See you at 10 with more Vandy Vols highlights.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Okay.
Next at 10.
And wet right now, but expect cold and icy roads for your morning commute. I'm Flint Adam. The story's coming up.
And Starbucks closes for 3 hours. Find out why the company shut down all of its coffee houses tonight.
And Arch will have your updated forecast in just 60 seconds, all on Fox 17 News at 10.
Anchor and reporter hairstyles by Illusion Salon and Day Spa, Harding Road, Nashville.
Since Kroger introduced $4 generic prescriptions, I've learned a lot. I was really surprised at just how much we saved. But what I really learned was how convenient the Kroger pharmacy is. Now, I drop off my prescriptions and have them filled while I'm doing my regular grocery shopping. It doesn't get any easier or more convenient than that. The pharmacy I trust isn't just in the neighborhood, it's right in my neighborhood Kroger.
Now boarding the pharmacy.
Ready to go somewhere? At Nashville International, we're ready to go too. Next time you're here, be sure to look for our new arrivals. For construction updates and what's new at your airport, visit flynashville.com. Nashville International Airport, positively transformed.
You're watching Fox 17 News at 10.
And first on Fox, winter weather back in Middle Tennessee. The snow is falling, the school systems are closing, and you will see those scrolling right now at the bottom of your screen.
Also, TDOT crews are working to keep the roads safe throughout the night and for your drive to work tomorrow. Fox 17's own Nanook of the North, Flint Adam, all bundled up and live at Fessler's Lane with more. Flint, is that you?
It's me. I'm not bundled up enough. I can't tell you how cold it is out here. And just giving you an update, the snow is still falling. The wind is picked up. It's very chilly. And I want to point out the road here. We're not seeing any accumulation, but notice this. This is the on-ramp to I-40 over at Fessler's Lane. Notice how it's glistening. Yeah, that's wetness. That's just water on the road, and that's what TDOT is concerned about tonight. That's why they're filling trucks today with brine. That is an anti-icing solution. They've been doing this since around noon today in preparation for tonight's hazardous weather. The trucks are targeting bridges and overpasses first. Those spots, they ice over quickly, and they'll be the most dangerous tonight. You'll also see those brine trucks on interstates, and as more snow falls, there will be more TDOT trucks you'll see. As many as 63 could head out tonight.
We will continue monitoring the weather this evening. Our men will be staying on standby, and we'll have our trucks ready with salt to go out when needed.
Now, there have been some brine shortages in some western states that have dealt with a lot of snow over the weekend. I'm told by TDOT that is not the case here.
Okay, Flint, we know that roadways are likely beginning to ice over. If not right now, they soon will be. Is there a really dangerous time to be on the roads tonight, though?
Well, I spoke with Jerry Orkanyan at the National Weather Service earlier today, and he told me he expects that the hours between midnight and daybreak will be the most dangerous. That's when roads will probably be most iced over.
Okay, Flint Adam reporting live. Get into a warm building, Flint. Thank you for that report.
And for more on what is to come, let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Arch Kennedy, get the latest on how long the snow's going to last out there.
All right, well, you know what? We're actually going to see this tapering off to flurry action, I think, as we get towards sunrise and actually the next 2 or 3 hours. The heaviest has been coming down the past 3 or 4 hours. You can see this on their 6-hour loop, and a lot of this now heading into some of our southern counties extends on back into Kentucky as well. But you notice it's starting to taper off somewhat as you get toward the Kentucky line. Now, we've actually increased our area for the snow advisory to include Lincoln, Moore County, down here into south middle Tennessee, where we've been getting up to an inch of accumulation, especially on the grassy surfaces. But all these counties in blue, 1 to 3 inches of possible here. That's going to be our greatest area of concern for travel, especially during the overnight hours, and then lesser amounts to the west into Nashville area. Now, temperatures this past hour have gone down to below freezing in Nashville, so the wet roads, some of the off-roads, definitely encountering some icy conditions as we head toward sunrise. We'll talk about where the biggest accumulations will be for the morning commute coming up.
Thanks, Arch. The man in charge of Metro Schools may stick around a little longer than expected. Tonight, the school board decided to keep Chris Henson on as the interim director until it can find a permanent school director. Henson has been in charge since Dr. Pedro Garcia resigned last month. Initially, he was only going to serve until the district could find an interim director, but in recent weeks, Henson has gained support from board members and the teachers union.
He works well with teachers, he works well with us, he works well with the community, the mayor, so I don't see any need to replace him.
We're told that it's possible that the school board will not be ready to name a permanent school director until September or October. In the meantime, that man, Chris Henson, will also continue to serve as the school's chief financial officer.
A tour of a downtown fire hall has 3 Nashville firefighters facing disciplinary action. A Murfreesboro woman claims she was offered beer and shown pornography after the firemen gave her and 3 other women a ride to Station 2 on 2nd Avenue. Tonight, Captain Michael Crum is on administrative leave. He and 2 other firefighters face disciplinary action. Deputy Chief Kim Lawson says while an investigation found there was no criminal activity, the firefighters did use poor judgment.
We take allegations very seriously, and although there was nothing criminal or immoral that had occurred, there were some things that we were definitely concerned about.
The 3 firefighters are charged with violating safety rules and unbecoming conduct. They do have a hearing next month. A total of 6 firefighters from Station 2 are being reassigned to other fire halls.
Well, shifting gears, large trucks quickly becoming the new target for thieves looking to score some quick cash. What the thieves are after? These catalytic converters. They are used to filter a vehicle's exhaust, and they contain valuable metals like platinum. In recent weeks, thefts have been reported at budget rental truck locations. Rent-a-center delivery trucks, they've also been hit. People at Master Muffler and Auto Care on Lebanon Road in Nashville say that they've had so much business they can hardly keep catalytic converters in stock.
Oh, this week we've seen just a rash. We've generally gotten quite a few from downtown and outlying areas, and all of a sudden this week they've made a sweep through the Hermitage area, and over the weekend, I know of personally 8 different vehicles.
Metro Police say the thieves are targeting trucks because they are simply easier to crawl under, and the large converters are often much more valuable.
Well, police are looking for a man who jumped a Tennessee state trooper outside a Memphis hotel and ran off with the officer's gun. The trooper was attacked around 11 this morning when he tried to question a man believed to be breaking into a car. The trooper lost the semi-automatic handgun in a scuffle with the suspect. He was not seriously hurt and no shots were fired.
Chattanooga's mayor sending a truckload of bottled water, you guessed it, to state lawmakers in Georgia. Mayor Ron Littlefield says it's a lighthearted response to Georgia's attempt to move the state border. Georgia suffering the effects of last year's drought. Lawmakers there, they want to move the state line a little north of the Tennessee River so they can tap into it as a source of water.
A speech by Barack Obama convinces the IRS to launch an investigation of the church he attends.
And also coming up tonight on Fox 17 News at 10, we talk to the man who hopes to end Lamar Alexander's time as a Tennessee senator.
And later, Paula Abdul reveals the surprising reaction an American Idol judge had to her new music video. You're watching Fox 17 News at 10.
Who's got the style? Who's got the sex appeal?
That guy could be a movie star.
Who's got it all? Sorry, Dr. Crane, it's not you.
Yes, the man is good looking. It's not like he can stop traffic.
Frasier.
Tonight at 10:30 on Fox 17.
On the next morning show, abducted and brutally murdered.
Is a serial Reno rapist behind it?
Breonna Dennison's family speaks out.
Wednesday at 10 on Fox 17.
In a world where power and torque are king, Tundra rules. Out where towing ability is measured in either it will or it won't, Tundra will. Right now, get a new Tundra with 0% financing or up to $4,000 cash back. Tundra by Toyota. Motor Trend's 2008 Truck of the Year. Beyond expectations. For the latest offers or a dealer near you, visit buyatoyota.com.
We know that Little League Baseball is not only about fun, it's about teamwork. So at Academy Sports and Outdoors, we've got all the right baseball apparel, footwear, and equipment to make your kids' team a winning team. Every time. Academy Sports and Outdoors. We've got baseball covered.
This caramel mocha Java chiller is so good.
This mocha Java chiller, I don't know why, I just feel a little like, ah!
I actually think it's the shot of real espresso in there.
What?
Yeah, these have shots of real espresso.
No, they don't. Look, it looks like a shake.
Yeah, it's caffeine.
I didn't even notice.
Well, I do.
Java Chillers at Sonic. A shot of premium roast espresso blended into an indulgent frozen treat of your favorite flavors. And stop in for happy hour. Half-price fountain drinks and slushes every day from 2 to 4 p.m.
Well, the former chairman of Tennessee's Democratic Party sets his sights on Washington. Bob Took says his goal is to help soldiers and the middle class.
But the national attorney admits it will not be an easy job to unseat the incumbent in this race, GOP Senator Lamar Alexander. Fox 17's Erica Curry tonight with Took's story.
Bob Took has started raising money and making campaign calls, but could it be too late? The August primary is less than 6 months away, and Took admits he faces stiff competition from current Senator Lamar Alexander.
They can count on me to listen to what they have to say. They can count on me to fight for what's right.
Bob Took's words to voters tonight after announcing he's running for U.S. Senate. His top priorities would be increasing benefits and resources for troops once they return home, as well as more help for veterans. He plans to address economic issues facing middle-class Tennesseans and says the state needs a sustainable energy policy, perhaps using wind, solar power, or hydraulics. Took says he's the person for the job, despite having little experience in politics.
I think we have just about enough Washington experience. What I have is real life experience. I have the kind of experiences that Tennesseans have.
I've been a lawyer for 30 years. I've helped people. I'm an adoption lawyer. I've served my country in Vietnam.
When Tuke first considered running, there were no other Democratic candidates. Now there are 3 others, but he believes his biggest opponent will be Republican incumbent Lamar Alexander.
So he's tied himself to Washington, and he's forgotten a little bit about Tennessee. I think that's a mistake, and I think Tennesseans just want someone who will remember where they're from.
Unseating Alexander won't be easy. He was elected to the Senate in 2002, is chairman of the GOP conference, and served 2 terms as Tennessee's governor. But Bob Tuke says he could do the job better, and it's time for someone new.
I mean, we'll have our differences, and the campaign will be for that. But this is about change. It's not about him. It's not even really about me. I'm just the agent of change.
Tuke says with Senators Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton in the presidential race, there couldn't be a better time to bring another Democrat into the Senate.
Bob Tuke says he'll need to raise as much as $10 million to campaign. He plans to officially announce his candidacy next Thursday. Erica Curry, Fox 17 News.
Erica, thank you. The 3 other Democratic candidates in the running for the U.S. Senate Tennessee: Mike Padgett, Chris Lugo, and Kenneth Eaton.
Another big endorsement for Barack Obama tonight. Connecticut Senator Chris Dodd is backing the Democratic presidential candidate. They were rivals early on in the campaign. His support is more than just lip service because Dodd is one of the 800 coveted superdelegates. New tonight at 10, the IRS is investigating the United Church of Christ because of a speech Barack Obama gave at its national meeting last year after he became a candidate for president. Although Obama is a member of the church, the IRS believes his speech may have violated restrictions on political activity for nonprofit groups. Church officials say they consulted with lawyers before the speech and made clear before Obama's address that he was speaking as a church member, not as a political candidate.
Well, just ahead tonight, you may have an opportunity to buy Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch.
Also coming up on Fox 17 News at 10, we'll find out why Starbucks closed the doors to all its coffee shops for several hours tonight.
All right, we're tracking some of the heaviest snow showers now pushing east of Nashville, south, middle Tennessee, also the Cumberland Plateau, and it's starting to taper off to our west. We're going to let you know, though, the accumulations we can expect by morning coming up.
Don't make a $2,000 mistake. Come see me at Harley-Davidson of Columbia.
That's right, Harley buyers. Don't make a $1,000, $2,000, or even a $3,000 mistake. When it comes to selection, we've got it covered with over 200 bikes in inventory. When it comes to price, we've got all the dealers beat. Oh yeah, we'll take your trade and give you top dollar for your bike. We'll even pay it off. Harley-Davidson of Columbia is making Harleys affordable. So don't make a $1,000, $2,000, or even $3,000 mistake.
It's time to ride, so get off your and come see me.
Last year, over 5,000 Americans were killed in accidents involving big trucks, and thousands more were seriously injured. In Tennessee, wrecks involving 18-wheelers have increased a whopping 31%. That's 10 times the national average.
I'm Michael Ponce. Our Tennessee highways have become the crossroads for the national trucking industry. If you or a loved one has been injured in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, call us. We can help.
Ponce Law. Justice for all.
Don't settle for an outdated bathroom that looks like this when it can look like new in just one day.
Call American Home Design to transform your home with a new bathtub or walk-in shower by Bath Wraps. That's safer, easier to clean, and absolutely beautiful.
And only American Home Design backs your bathroom makeover with a lifetime workmanship warranty. Make a clean break from your old bath.
And save up to $300 if you call now.
361-6100. American Home Design.
It's a leap year. You have an extra day to jump into a new ride from Walker Chevrolet. Right now, get 0% for 60 months or $3,000 cash allowances on remaining 07 Silverados. Plus, incredible leap year deals on the all-new 08 Malibu and more. More reasons why when you see a Chevy around these parts, chances are it's a Walker. Walker Chevrolet at Highway 96 and Carruthers Parkway, just 2.5 miles south of Cool Springs Galleria.
New tonight at 10, Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch will be put up for sale at public auction next month. That is, unless the pop star comes up with more than $24 million he still owes on the property. That auction is set for March the 19th.
A Starbucks takes its own coffee break tonight. The company shut down all its American stores at 5:30 this evening. Customers were kept out for 3 hours so employees could get new training on making espressos. Starbucks is in a battle to keep customers as more competitors are offering gourmet coffee. Some critics say the temporary closure was nothing more than a publicity stunt.
Tell you what, as cold as it is right now, a little Starbucks coffee would be just about right.
Anything hot would probably taste really nice outside, Arch, huh?
That's for sure, Laura and Scott. And I would advise you to stay inside and drink that hot cup of coffee over the next several hours. We're going to see some pretty slick spots, I think, as we head toward the sunrise in the morning. The heaviest snow now continuing to push east of Nashville, and we're going to continue to watch it taper off overnight. You can see sparse areas to the north down the pike, so we'll start seeing it change over to flurries toward the late night and early morning hours. Now, temperatures have all gone below freezing, so that's not good news for the roads, especially the back roads. Those roads that aren't traveled so much, that is where you're going to encounter the most problems in the morning hours. Right now, already in the 20s, Hopkinsville and Clarksville 30, so we're below freezing in Nashville, and even down toward Lawrenceburg and Tullahoma right at 32 degrees. Winds are howling out of the northwest as this area of low pressure exits up toward the northeast, and on the back side of it, northwest winds anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, so it's making it feel even colder and around the teens across the area. So a wind chill of 17 Clarksville, a wind chill of 19 in Nashville area. Getting some more pictures from our viewers, and Kimberly Butler sent us this down in Lawrenceburg all the way south. It is accumulating down there into Lawrenceburg on the cars, you can see, and big flakes flying there. And also in Sparta, Shane and Tiffany Hutton sent us this one. Their back deck there getting a good blanket of snow, and I'm sure the grassy surfaces as well. Well, our area of low pressure, we got a couple of things going on. We have an area of low pressure that is now pushing up toward the north and east, and backside of it, cold air rushing in on the backside of that low pressure. That's what brought us the snow showers. That coupled with a little upper level disturbance that's enhancing some of this snow shower activity across our area. Now, we do expect accumulations